Broadcasting throughout the U.S. by the CTN Broadcasting Center. This is CTN, your friendly network. Alright, 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm just going to switch to a different mic. That way you guys can hear me better. 1 sec. Test 1 2. Hello. Okay, you guys can hear me. Alright. Hello, everyone. It's the one, the only, the Computer Whiz Kid. Sorry for the glare and the... It's probably because of the door. Maybe if I shut it, it'll be... There we go. It's not like anybody else is up at the moment. Welcome to the first ever live recording of show reviews. As you could tell from the intro I did, use the same countdown sequence for my other intro for the CWK live stream show, because I didn't want to have to make the tedious version of the time code all over again. So I just used the same audio track from that too. As you could tell, it was this one. If you don't know what HQ Trivia is, look it up on YouTube or Google search. Anyways, today's episode of show reviews is on somewhat of a controversial film in my group of friends. And I'm gonna go onto the site right here. Just sign in. Let's see here, IMDb. It would be easier to sign with. I am in IMDb. Okay, so ratings. Oh, I guess I didn't. Yeah, so get ready because when you see this, you're gonna probably be shocked. All right, ready? Gonna share my screen real quick. I'm gonna have to share the whole screen, otherwise, can't share it. Whoa! um, okay, so it's this movie right here. Yeah. You're like, what the crap? If you could see the ratings. Yeah. Most of them were 1 star. And probably are wondering why. Let's just say this is not the movie you would want to watch. Okay, pardon me 1 sec. I did not expect to call the... Alright, I'll have to take that out because I don't like to have that, going off. Yeah, but this movie, you'd think it was good in terms of animation and voices, but it really wasn't. Now, before I move on, I'm not gonna share my screen for this. I'm gonna pull up my list for show reviews because I can't just talk about a movie and not, go by the criteria I set for show reviews. So I gotta open my... Are you kidding me? Okay, there we go. So, of course, the factors that I do for show reviews, whether it's a movie or show or a YouTube type show, is the plot. Talk about the overall plot, characters, music. That should be 3. I don't know why I held up two fingers. And then the overall show in general, like animation, screenplay, that stuff. So first of all, we're gonna go through the plot, which basically it looks like it's just summary. So the summary, according to whoever put this IMDb page up for the film, is the Rodfellows movie follows the TRF, including TDC, which this would be the Rodfellows and the Data Crew, with their lives turning upside down by the arrival of the antagonists Xander and Zayden. They perpetrate chasing how the parts of the TRF's house perform, more or less having them not realize that it was caught in a footage, causing a downhill experience of TRF's morning routines. It's up to the main TRF to subdue the experience, have their things go back to the way it should. Which, the way it's worded here, seems as though they didn't know what they were writing. Basically, what I saw in the movie was basically the antagonists, Xander and Zayden, basically went to their house, and by their house, I mean the Rodfellows' house, basically messed everything up. And then, from what I seen, the Rodfellows did it back to them, and then they had this whole thing till finally the antagonists were arrested at the end of the movie. That's basically all I got from it. And most of my memories from when I watched the first part of it are almost gone because I didn't get to watch the film in one setting like I wanted to. So, yeah, that's basically what the plot is. It's a good plot, but they could have worded the plot better on the IMDb page because it's kind of confusing. Next, we're going to go through the characters. If I can find. I don't know the characters by heart. So let's see here. We have Xander and Zayden. We have Cody, Hash Brown, Nature Josh, whoever CHOC is. Okay, I gotta go to cast. Okay, I already said Xander and Cody, whoever that is. Finto, Alice, Widner, Finette, Ruthie, Christine, Danny, Cat, Elijah, Juan, Felicia, Seaborn, Samantha Jr., Ruby, Naomi, Paul, Philip, Quinn, Grayson, Summer, Taylor, Sargon. There's too many. There's too many, I tell you. Yeah. There was a lot of people, or a lot of characters. Some who I couldn't keep up with. So the characters, there was a decent amount of characters, which is good. You'd want like a decent amount of characters in a show or a movie. Like, if you don't have a lot of characters, there's not going to be any. There's not going to be any way to see it. Yeah, so I'm just going to move to the music. And this is where we start getting into kind of, borderline, not the right territory of, let's just say there was a lot from what I could see in the viewing page itself for the film that, let's just say, they have used copyrighted music for it. I thought you would have linked it to the YouTube channel, not the... I have to go to YouTube in order to show you this. 1 second. This is the first time that I've done a show reviews on like live recordings, so I usually want to do something like this. Yeah, so let's see here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 content ID claims for the music they use in this film. That tells you they don't really care for copyrighted music. Like, they'll use it and they don't think they'll get in trouble. You know, for the amount of music that you guys have in here, you should have probably asked, you know, the owner of the songs for using them. I get some of the people working for this film were thinking about that, but some people could have at least thought about, no, hey, we probably shouldn't have copyrighted music in here. We may get flagged for it. I'm not saying the music's bad, but technically, you're not supposed to use copyrighted music for your own film, especially if your channel is going to become monetized. Lucky for this channel that I found the movie on only has under the threshold to monetize, so it's not going to affect them in any way. So, since I talked about the music, I'm just going to go to overall film in general. The film, the plot itself, and the way they, like, I'm not going to say the film is, like, extremely bad. Like, they absolutely did not know what they were doing. Spoiler, this was released by former big corporate conglomerate Fredbear Studios just before, well, Fredbear Studios / Harmonic Entertainment before it dissolved in late 2020. So they were just trying to get something out, but I believe it was too rushed. If they would have taken the time to, hey, instead of releasing it on November 25th, 2020, you should have waited to release it like on a different day to give you more time to record and all that stuff. The film itself, like the plot and the way they executed screenplay, is not that bad. But like recording, there was times where I couldn't understand what the characters were saying. There were some parts of the film where the music was louder than the people voicing it. Animation, it could have been better, but I would say it's not too bad. it could be a little better, but that's my overall critique. Different people would have different critiques for the animation and stuff. So yeah, and to be honest, that's pretty much where I'm gonna talk about stuff and get right to the rating for this film. The rating for this film is going to get, out of 10 points, it's going to get a 5. And the reason for that is because I feel it was a bit too rushed. There was, again, some parts of the film that I couldn't hear what the characters were saying. Music was too loud. Animation could have been a little bit better, but I get these guys who did the animation are starting out and they're getting better. Um, so yeah, that's why I'm giving it a 5 out of 10 for this film. So, all right, with that out of the way, I'm gonna end. I'm gonna end it here, and I got another segment coming up that I would like to add to this episode. So stay tuned for that. All right. Um, Told you guys I would have one more segment of this episode before I end it, and that's what I'm gonna do. This segment is basically where I tell you uh, about a few of the creators of the Radfellows movie and the series. Uh, 3 of them to be exact. And the reason I'm talking about this is because there has been some things that myself and other people have found out. And if you ever, if you ever come around these people, please do not engage. Don't even talk to them. They could be dangerous if you let them do what they want to do. They've been accused of pedophilia and other things. 2 of them have been accused of pedophilia. One has been accused of using racial slurs. Yes, you heard me right. If you come across Darren Nichols, Alexander Mortensen, or Dan P. Lyons, please do not go around them. Their YouTube personas are Darren Pipster, Danny the Irrefutable or Danny TV, and Comedy Mix Inc. If you see these channels, do not watch their content. Do not engage. Don't even don't watch their videos, don't subscribe to them. Just stay away from them. They have done very wrong things and nobody should be around them. Past few months, I've been making them think I believe them that they didn't do these things so I can make sure they were not doing the things while I was around. And for the most part, they haven't done them. But now that I've released this video, I will be no longer having contact with them. Effective as soon as this video releases and they see it, I will be cutting all contact, deleting my account from Gilded, which is the site they use these days because they say Discord's not good anymore. I don't know why. And I will basically be cutting all contact with them ever again because I don't want to be around people who have been accused of pedophilia, showing their private parts to minors, and saying racial slurs against other people, or slurs against LGBTQ community. That is not what any YouTuber should be doing. And for them to get away with it is wrong. Again, effective immediately as soon as I post this video on YouTube, I will not be contacting them anymore. So, Darren, Danny, and Alex, if you see this, it's good that you see it. This is the last time I'm contacting you. This is the last you'll see of me interacting with you in any way. Send your people against me all you want, but I'm not gonna bulge. I'm 22 years old and I act better than you three have. 22 with ADHD, bipolar 2, and mild anxiety, and I act better than you guys, than Danny and Darren with their so-called personality disorder. If you have autism, Danny, don't use it as an excuse. You're basically insulting people who have autism by using it as an excuse. It may not seem like I fully dislike the Radfellows movie like everyone else does. There were some good parts of it, yes, but most of it wasn't that good. That review I just did was my honest opinion on the film. I had no pressure to rate the film as low as I did. It's my personal opinion. That's what show reviews is for. To give my personal opinion on shows, movies, or a YouTube series. Alright, now with all that out of the way, I'm going to end this episode of show reviews. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Broadcasting throughout the U.S. by the CTN Broadcasting Center, this is CTN, your friendly network. YouTube, a grand site with a bunch of creators on it, but one creator is making logo histories and show reviews. Who is this person, though? How was his history? How did he become this person? Well, I am this person. I'm Jonathan Nichols, and Kim Harrington and I are going to take you through the whole history of Computer Whiz Kid. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Computer Whiz Kid Then and Now. On October 24th, 2019, a technology fanatic named Jonathan Nichols experimented on YouTube by uploading a few mildly edited videos of his TikToks. Little did he know that one day his experiment would prove that he would make YouTube his full-time hobby. Go.
About a month later, he started uploading a few videos about the other hobby he has, cosplay. What is cosplay, you ask? Cosplay is where a person dresses up as a character of a favorite TV show or movie. He did 3 videos on this topic before he started watching Logo Histories by TR3X Productions, a British logo enthusiast, and J Productions, an American logo enthusiast. By this time, he started to become a logo enthusiast himself.
On January 1st, 2020, Jonathan asked J Productions, who owns his own corporate conglomerate, J Productions Inc., which was renamed to the JP Corporation at the beginning of the year, to join his corporation. Jay said yes. On that day, Computer Whiz Kid Productions, which he found would be a great name for his company. The name was based on a logo he created earlier the previous year, became a division of the JP Corporation.
A week after joining the JP Corporation, Jonathan created his first and only entertainment group to date, the Computer Whiz Kid Production Corporation. A few days later, he had his first division, Swagger Brony Production. A month later, SCG Studios joined, but as of mid-July left to join another entertainment group. During the same month, a friend of his, Maddie Derry, decided to join to help to get her channel to grow, but in early March was removed because of unforeseen circumstances. There was not another division until late June, when the corporation got a partial ownership of a new division, Project Fate Alicia.
About a month or so later, he got in contact with another person by the name of Eric Dacton, who wanted to create a show with him. The idea, Paramount Pictures logo bloopers, was later scrapped due to production not progressing far enough. Also in the same month, Computer Whiz Kid Media Group was formed as an official LLC in the state of Michigan under the name Computer Whiz Kid Video Productions. It owns a stake of Snauer CWK, but will later own the Computer Whiz Kid YouTube channel, as well as own and run 2 newly created channels, Computer Whiz Kid Anime and Computer Whiz Kid Tech.
In May, tension started to build in the Alden J Corporation, the merger of the JP Corporation and Alden Mulder Incorporated in the previous month. On May 9th, 2020, an incident happened where he decided to leave the Alden J Corporation, and the same day joined the SGWAS Entertainment Group, also known as SGEG. He only was in the entertainment group until the 15th, when he left and rejoined the new JP Corporation. The next month started with him giving partial ownership of Computer Whiz Kid Productions to Eric's Corporation, the 647 Time and 10 Corporation, which would later join Alden Moeller Incorporated on June 17, 2020, after the disbanding of Capaceland Dacton LogoCon, which was meant to be one of the main production companies of PPLB. This worked out, so on June 30th, 2020, they merged to form WizKid Dacton Corporation. This merger lasted until August 29, 2020 at 3:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when Jay Nancer and New Metropolitan asked Tim and Eric to disband WB the day before. The decision to close it the next day at a set time was Eric's idea, so they could have a proper shutdown. Jonathan joined the NMJP Corporation, whereas Eric joined Alden Motor Incorporated, with the 647 Time and 10 Corporation merging with 647 Time and 10 Movies and Dacton Logocon Television to become Dacton Entertainment, with Dacton Logocon's logo history business becoming DLC Studios.
During the months after WizKid Dacton, WJDN was renamed to WJNM and moved to the NMBS channel, and Eric was doing his own thing, making 647 logo episodes, wrapping up the misadventures of Time and Aldeneld, and all other things. At September 28th, 2020, there were talks about John leaving Nancer Metro GP so he could either merge with another company to grow the company in the merger, or remain independent and run CWK Corporation with little number of divisions that he had. However, talks started with John, Alden, and Eric about relaunching WizKid Dacton under Alden Moeller Inc. The thing went through the next day when Jonathan decided to leave Nancer Metro JP. This upset NMJP at first, because he didn't explain his reasoning for leaving NMJP to them before he left. After clearing things up, later that month, he rejoined the JP Corporation after a confrontation between the SCEG and NMJP forced the merger to disband. Eric also decided to leave YouTube for the time being, leading to the shutdown of Dacton Entertainment and the second and final shutdown of WizKid Dacton.
Not much happened other than he hit 103 subscribers during the first WD merger. Then on November 25th, 2020, the newest and longest merger of Computer WizKid that ever existed, Snodder CWK LLC, was formed. The last month of 2020 came with a lot of stress. On December 2nd, after a whole bunch of drama, SCWK acquired LM&B Incorporated, Lyons, Mortensen, Nichols, Bourne. This acquisition would last until the new year, until January 26th, when a new friend of ours, Nick Fisher, told LM&B that we were trying to screw over them by unbanning GlideFan from the LMB server, thinking we were bringing him back, even though 3 of the pioneers were not on good terms with GlideFan. The next day, we were banned from the LM&B server, and we were removed from being the parent company of LM&B.
This concludes the documentary. If you would like to learn more about the history of Computer WizKid or join Snodder CWK, email me at computerwizkid@cwkenterprises.org or message me using the message box on my website at www.cwkenterprises.org, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I go to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I call for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you. pushing out. Yeah. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you. How long do I gotta keep